hood like a sisterhood.
Why?
Ain't no hood like a sisterhood.
Why?
Ain't no hood like a sisterhood.
We all contribute to create the system.
That's true.
And then somehow we should all take collective responsibility for how the system is.
It's that time again where we bring you the best. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. That's one adage, one quote from the Bible I always used to love. I think it was even in a song, because I believe that anybody that has that in mind, every parent that has that in mind, will not be wicked to the child. And in this program, I want especially the girl child, and we are always preaching, and he has called me preacher, and I can only preach on the program Ladylike. When you say train up a child, it has a lot of, it entails a lot. People don't know. People just think it's normal training, going to school. No, it's more than that. That's why I see a woman beyond just being a mother. Yeah. She's also a teacher. She's also, she's everything to a child. Because whether she likes it or not, if a child doesn't turn out well,
it belongs to the mother. It belongs to the mother.
Today we're going to talk about the importance of training a child first, then a girl child. Those days, if they want to go to school, they're going to count how many children. It's okay, they have 4 children.
How many be boys?
Hey,
3 boys. If this one go like this, hey, he go feel.
You understand? But thank God things have changed, and I'm so happy about that. And that's one thing our guest is going to tell us about the girl child and education, because she's a school proprietress. She's also an entrepreneur.
Nice.
So if I asked you where he.
I thought you said we have a guest. Why are you asking me? Am I a guest?
You know I like asking questions. Leave that thing. And you must answer before we go on our break.
No, because I want the guest to answer. Right, let me go.
We'll come for our usual short break. And when we return, we'll meet our wonderful guest to give us a little sneak peek or the totality of education of the girl child, and how is it now, how has it been, and how will it be? Go nowhere.
You're welcome back from that break. As always, now we have a very beautiful and special guest in the house. Her name is Vera Aimufua. She is a school proprietress and also an entrepreneur.
Wow.
You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Now let's just start.
Yeah, when I see women like this, I'm encouraged.
You're an entrepreneur and also a school. Why did you want to own a school? Why are you a school proprietress?
Well, you see, I really like the topic that we're discussing today, because first of all, I'm a woman, and I'm an advocate of girl child
education.
Beautiful.
So, and I know that because of our culture in this country, there's that tendency to to relegate the girl child to the background. You know, so I feel that going into education, being a school proprietress, will also give me the opportunity to encourage the girl child to go to school.
Okay,
Beautiful.
that's so-
Now, you've already set the ball rolling, girl child education.
Yep.
In those days, in the days of my mother, my parents, they believed that the girl is just let's say
A
a
prop.
mother and a wife. You understand? Those that got education then were because they actually really wanted to get education. They went for it, but the others were not encouraged. You understand? So what's happening different now? Because I can see a lot of women in places of authority, a lot of women, educated women that I'm so proud of. So what changed, and why did it have to change?
Yes, indeed. In the days past, the times past, we discovered that knowledge was actually very minimal then. So that's why you see people thinking that the girl child should only be either a mother, a
A
wife,
housewife.
or a cook. People have come to understand that the sex of a child
Doesn't matter.
is immaterial. You know, because a lot of times we have female children who do far better than
Male
their
children.
counterparts.
Yeah.
So I believe that right now people are more knowledgeable. Men are more knowledgeable. They know that being a girl, being a female,
Doesn't
really mean that one should remain at the background.
Exactly.
So these days, the girl child is really gets educated. You know, is exposed to education and all that, and they do very well. You know, I can give you a lot of instances. I can use myself as an instance there too, because in my family, I'm the second of 7 children.
Wow.
4 girls, 3 boys. But despite the fact that my father was not the very educated one, but he still saw reason
Why you people should
ensure
go to
that,
school.
we go to school, both the females and the males. So unlike some parents that will discriminate and say, oh, let the boys
Go to school and the female remain at home.
behind.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Now, I would want to know, how did you start? It is not easy to own a school. I'm not sure it is easy to own a school.
I've been thinking about it.
You could be a teacher, but
Yeah,
to
but
own
you
a
will not
school
be able to
and you're in
control-
charge of all.
You understand? So
How did you start?
Well, my incursion into being a school proprietress was, let's say, basically the way God wants it. You know, even though as an undergraduate I studied English arts at the university, and I'm that kind of person that likes things that has to do with education. Like I write, I have 2 additional books now, 2 additional storybooks. So I have a lot of interest in education too, but I never imagined that I would own a school. But it started about 3 years ago when some friends approached me and said, oh, there's this school and the ownership, they were not really running it well, and they have this population that I should try and invest in it. And I looked at it, school. Being a proprietress wouldn't be a bad thing, and at least it would give me a platform to actually encourage this aspect of life which I've always wanted, educating people generally, educating the girl child and people generally. And that was how I invested in it, and it has been a great journey because it has been a very successful one, very successful.
Beautiful.
And I really thank God.
But obviously, there have been challenges.
no, definitely.
Sure.
So what are those challenges, and how were you able to surmount them?
Wow, there's been a lot of challenges. But you see, when you're determined to succeed in something, of course, challenges are part of the success.
That's true.
Yeah, without the challenge, then there's no goalposts, you know. So the challenges help you to even know if you are succeeding in it or not.
That's
So your ability to actually overcome these challenges tells a lot. So yeah, I had a lot of challenges. First of all, getting the right personnel to manage the school was an issue. You know, but we went through it, and then we were able to overcome that. We were able to set up a kind of a panel where we review all
And screen people.
screen the people that are coming in as teachers or administrators and all. And we're able to get through with that. And then, of course, all the other small challenges that is normal, you know, getting the parents to even pay school fees.
That's another wahala.
Because of the economy.
Yeah.
Because of the economy. Well, we have to understand with them because we are parents. We also have children who are in school and we know how these things happen. So, yeah, those challenges were there, but we are actually overcoming them and we are moving forward.
Nice.
You're also an entrepreneur. Tell us about that.
Entrepreneurship, everybody is encouraged to be entrepreneurs because there's this proverb in my place that you do not stand in one position to watch the dance. You know, if you want to enjoy the dance show, you have to go around.
From different angles.
Exactly. So that is how it is. You don't just wait for your income to come only from one direction. It's always, one is always encouraged to have multiple sources of income as much as you are able to, you know, delve into it, take those risks, you know, so that at the end of the day, even if you don't get all that you want, but at least you'll be well off. So that is how I came to become an entrepreneur. So, you know, I just delve into one or two things, buy, sell, you know, even this school.
That is the strength of a woman.
That is a diversity.
You know, you does a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, the thrift. You know, this thrift is so.
Yeah.
You know, went into that too. Things, legitimate things that will bring money. You know, just make sure we diversify our sources of income.
You're supposed to be the poster lady for females because you're diversifying.
Another thing I want to ask, most women that we run on this program, their challenges, they say what they actually have the mind to do almost cost them their marriage. Is that maybe the man doesn't agree with them? Then we start on a very good platform. There's a getting.
But then I become too ambitious.
You know, they also want to be like, you don't do. You understand? So, how was the support from your husband been? Will you say he has followed you all through? You understand? How has it been? Because I want married women out there to know that this is how it is.
Wow. Thank you very much for that question. I'm personally blessed with the best husband in the whole world. Yes, my husband, you know, is my support system. You know, he's the one that even advised me. He encourages me. You know, once the idea comes to me for any entrepreneurial adventure,
you share it with him.
I share with him, and he encourages me. He knows that I have that tendency to actually diversify, and he encourages me a lot. And of course, all this boils down to what? Understanding. You know, some of us women too, we like to overdo things. That's because what if a woman does things the way it's supposed to be done? There's no way your husband will kick against it, because whatever you achieve is for the good of the family.
Yes.
Exactly. So why would any man want to kick it? But some women go overboard. And of course, when one goes overboard, that is when you see the other side of the husband.
Yes.
So as for me, I've been lucky. My husband is very understanding. He encourages me. I don't have any challenge in that regard.
Wow.
Okay, that is so good. There is a particular question I want to know. You've spoken very well about advocating for female children and their education. Now, in your school, what measures have you put in place to encourage this education? Are there small clubs? What have you done to encourage this?
The statistics show that we even have more females, and this is the reason why it's like that. We ensure that the tuition is not so expensive.
Oh,
yes, because if you make the tuition too expensive, that is where the girl child will be relegated.
Yes,
because that's where the issue of choice comes in.
Exactly.
And once the issue of choice comes in, of course, most parents will want the boys to. One of the ways I've encouraged the girl child to come to school more it's by making sure that the fees that they pay is
affordable.
Is affordable on the high side. Yes. And then aside from that, of course, we ensure that we have programs, like all this society. Well, of course, home economics.
Definitely,
club.
That is one of the best clubs because you eat food.
How to be women, that's your own food. Teach them how to be women.
So we have all that in school, and of course parents usually like this, where they know that it's not all
reading,
mathematics, English, science. They also are exposed to home economics, civil education, and all that. So we're
that's beautiful. I want to bring it back to the society now, because like I said earlier, in those days, women were not. They were like mothers.
They are still mothers.
Your duties
used to be a cook and a cleaner.
See,
now, but we all know that.
It's true.
So I want you to give a word of advice to parents. One, to the government, then especially to the girl child. We want to encourage these girls to go to school. We want them to see education in a different light. We want them to know that if you go to school, this is what will happen. You understand? So first encourage
The parents,
the government,
the
special girl child.
Okay. So the parents. If you don't educate your girl child, then you are creating more problem for yourselves. Because how did they say it? If you educate
a girl child, you train a nation. Please say it again.
Yeah, when you educate the girl child, you educate the nation. Because if you don't educate them, then they turn out to be liabilities.
That's another irony.
And then when they turn out to be liabilities, where is the moving forward? You are not moving forward. So parents, do not discriminate against your children. Whatever sex you have, children you have, please do not discriminate. You can imagine if I was discriminated against as a girl child.
Yeah.
So, will I be a proprietress today?
Yeah,
will I be
that's
educating
true.
some other people? And of course, it is usually said that even if you want to look at it from that angle, the girl child even takes better care of the parents.
Let's not toot our horn. Don't toot the horn. Just they know.
True.
Yes,
Yes, I like that.
The girl child is even much more responsible when it comes to that, with due respect to, of course, some guys that are also very responsible. But so please do not relegate the girl child, because they are a very, very important aspect of the society.
Yeah.
Then to the government, I advise that you take the education of the girl child very seriously, because of course when you educate them, there will be less liability for you again. So, and all these days we're hearing a lot about getting women more involved.
Yes. In society,
politics,
The reason why you don't see much women is because in the past the country had made that mistake of not educating women enough.
They were not even exposed.
They were not exposed. So if they had educated them and exposed them enough back then by now you have a lot of women, a lot of people who go to politics. So let's learn a lesson for that. Then for the girl, for the female child,
gender,
I advise you to hold on, ensure that you get what you want from life by getting educated. Yes, because some girls, because of the way they have been brainwashed, they feel that they are not even up to that. They don't take education seriously. They feel that, I'll get married. Once I get married, but that's not the end. So you have to take education very seriously, because when you are educated, then you'll be able to do so many things for yourself. You wouldn't even need to be relying or depending on your husband to be able to be exposed and do a lot of things for yourself. So that's the advice.
Beautiful.
That is a very beautiful advice.
I want to thank you so much for this, man. And it's very obvious that, like what you've said, the scope is actually growing bigger and wider for the girl child. And this program, that's our main aim, to let the girl child know that yes, you can. Yes. You understand? When there's some children, they see something on TV, they believe that I can be like, you see a female minister, or you see maybe the guy is watching from a parlor. You can do that. You can even be bigger than that. You understand? So they need that encouragement and push to know that yes, you can actually get there. And that's our main aim on this program. So we're going to bring a lot of women that are excelling in their different fields to let the girl child know that, see, this thing is possible. And that's why we brought you here today, and we've done justice to the thank you so much. We want to wish you all the best. Like I always pray, I must pray.
She's a pastoress.
Anything you put your hand to prosper. God will bless you with that mind, that touch. Anything you touch, you turn to
gold.
To money. See your partner in money.
That's why she's a proprietress. These are the kind of representations we need. Thank you.
Thank you so much. There you have it. We've had a wonderful guest in the studio today. Beautiful, all smiling, beautiful lady, and she has said it all. She has said it all. When you have a passion for something, don't let anything hold you back. Please, don't think you're a woman, you cannot. Just try it out, and you see that you yourself, you surprise yourself. You understand? What you will do, you will believe that you can really get to that apex that you've gotten to. Thank you so much, man. So we call for our usual short break. Go nowhere.
You're welcome back from that break, from our very interesting conversation that tells you, it tells you that representation matters.
It does.
Especially to the girl children. Especially to the girl child, representation matters. And also, one of the beautiful things I took from that interview, you know, the new adage I will not be saying, when we start, today is the day of adages.
That is all.
When you started you said, now the one I've gotten is, when you're watching, you can't stand in one place and watch the dance. That's not my new idea.
Come up and down. You understand? That's what you are telling every girl today. Don't stand in one position.
Diversify. Put your hand. And again, because you always say a female has resilience. They have. You always say there's something in you. Look for it. If my great grandmother or grandmothers, if one of them would have reached maybe PhD level or whatever, then you know that now, from secondary to I'll be like Professor Emeritus. But carry on. I'm just telling you. I'm giving you a example of what you would have said. Don't worry. Continue. No. Don't worry. Continue. I'm just his example. You said something. Let's continue.
Let's continue. Anyhow, we've had fun on today's program, and we've learned a lot from our guests.
Yep.
A lot. That the girl child is filled with a lot of possibilities, a lot that she can do in terms of education.
Depending on what life throws at you.
Yes. Not just being buying and selling, but we have it up here, and we can use this we have here for every other thing. And we are always preaching that preacher. Say preacher.
Preach, preacher.
Yeah.
Give us another dish.
And I will continue to preach. And it can only be on one program.
Preacher.
That I can be short. I can
Preach.
preach.
Preach. Pastoress.
And the programming